Today we're going to be unboxing our Tangrams, mini Tangrams. So, not so much unboxing as unbagging. So with these Tangrams, there's a lot of stuff that we can do with them, and they're kind of on a smaller basis, so you don't have to worry about getting out something large. They're just kind of small, helps with those fine motor skills, all of that good stuff. So while I take all this packaging off, I want to show you some things about this. So for one thing, it comes with just some little ideas for some animals to make and things like that. You can decide to keep this in the box for the kids to play with or not, kind of up to you. So some things that you can do with Tangrams that are not necessarily just your average try to fill the box or make pictures of different animals, but you can definitely talk about sorting. So like a good question to come along when kids are playing with this is, for example, how many triangles are there? Well, there are, there's 5 triangles here. And what are these 2 shapes called? This is a square, and they might have a little bit of trouble with parallelograms. This is a good opportunity to talk about parallelogram. How many sides do these shapes have? 3. How many sides do these shapes have? 4. Do any shapes have the same length of side? Like these 2 are the same length, and these 2 are not, but these 2 are. Some conversations about similar lengths or similar sides on different shapes is something we can talk about. You can talk about how similar all of these triangles are. They are all, although they are different sizes, some of them are exactly the same, some of them are completely congruent. But they are similar in the fact that when you look at how they're getting smaller by the same amount all the way around. So you can talk about that. You could sort them by color, obviously. You could say, hey, can you take all these shapes and sort them from biggest to smallest? And that brings up an interesting conversation, because they're going to either be like, well, this one's bigger because it's darker, or something crazy like kids say, or they might say, well, this is a tie, and then they're going to have to like try to figure it out. Are these the same size? Are these different sizes? Is this one bigger? Is this one smaller? So trying to figure that out. Is this one bigger? Is this one smaller? There's enough that are close that it's going to be a good conversation to have, just to talk about, well, if these 2 put together pretty much make this shape, then we know that this is half the size of that. And if we know that both of these make this shape, oh, look at that. So these must be about the exact same area. And then what can we find out about this one using that? Can we use anything to try to solve for which one's bigger there? So there's just some interesting conversations that you can have when they are working these out, about sizes, about bigger and smaller. If you put these 2 together, maybe you're on your addition month. If you put these 2 together, can you put any other groupings together to equal the same as that? So that's kind of an addition concept, but with shapes and area. If you added up like all 2 of these lengths, would you get this length? Interestingly enough, you do. So there's just some different things to talk about. If you can think of any other good questions to ask with the Tangrams, please add them below.